Well, hi and welcome to Glitch 2600. Who am I? I'm Brian, aka your friendly host through all things geekery, and you are here for a Glitch Byte. And then more specifically, where it's only so much tips and tricks this time, we're going to be talking about unboxing the RØDE Wireless Go II. So we're going to be covering that. It just came in today. It's been a little slow with stuff and coming in where it shouldn't be, and but it's here. So what better way than to celebrate by doing our own unboxing? So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the overhead cam shot so you can kind of see the set of things we're going to be covering. And you can see here, that's what we have going on. So bought this set. It's the main, and then some add-ons so that you can see. This is the SC15 USB to Lightning cable. This is so we can connect it to an iPhone, iPad, or iPod, as it says. No, not many people probably hooking that to an iPod. And then the USB-C to USB-C because I have a MacBook Pro 16-inch. Additionally, picked up these lavaliers. This is a nice small one. And this is a 2-pack. So just want to evaluate how those are going to work. And we're going to be covering some of this over multiple days. So purely doing the unboxing today. And so let's get started with the main unit. Let's move these out of the way and go from there. So if we get this open, maybe, if it allows us to. Let's see. Each packaging thing has to do their own little funky little bit with that. I should open from the other end, but oh well, that's the way we're going to do it. Let's pull it out this way just so you can kind of see. Comes with a nice little pouch to keep everything in. So if we open that up, you can see it's just a little bit bigger than the old one, in that there's now 2 transmitters and 1 receiver. So you can kind of see that in there. Nothing too crazy with that. Let's pull these here. So, some charging cables, some USB-A to USB-C charging cables. 3 of them because there are 3 units. So that's kind of nice. I mean, I don't see why, I'm going to plug all 3 in at the same time. One different than the Ceramonic one is the Ceramonic one charges in the case where this one doesn't. I suspect at some point someone's going to come out with that. But in the meantime, that's how that is set up right now. And then, of course, what type is this? We'll say, it's a TRS cable. And you can tell because of the just 2 black bands on there. So you've got that end for there. As we see what's going to be in the box. But let's look down and pull these out. Of course, nothing would be complete without handy-dandy quick start instructions. Fresh with infographics and everything, telling you, what each part does, how you can put that on the hot shoe, cable to cable it, how you can connect it to your own computer, and iPhone, and all of that fun stuff to get stereo and the rest, along with more infographics. So you guys get the sideways view of that because really you could just get this stuff from their website and see it anyway. Scan that QR code for more info. But here's the actual units. This is the part we really want to see anyway. So let's pull that open and take a look. You get the, what we used to call chiclets, a little something to chew on, not really because that'll kill you. It's a desiccant to keep all the electronics nice and dry. But then we have the actual transmitters and receivers. As you can kind of see there, that's what it looks like, which is pretty nice. Obviously, this is the receiver in that it has a little display on there. And see, that lets you see what's going on. where the transmitters don't so much. That's why we have two of these that are the same. Those are our two transmitters to go to our one receiver. And it has the same hot shoe mount as before, so if you have a hot shoe, you can just click that in there, and it sits right on top of the camera. And there's where you can see where it has your audio out, your USB charging, the power button, which can do a few other options than how you can turn it into stereo, and they come pre-paired. So you notice how that one's a little bit different compared to one of the transmitters where that part looks the same. That side, obviously, see, a little bit different. And then this side, the business side, where there's a microphone for getting all that in there, along with the fact you can plug in a lavalier, one of these things, into this. It already has its own microphone, but if you don't want to have that clipped up kind of close to you, you can put this on here and have a lavalier come off, along with these windscreens. And these windscreens, you can kind of see, if I hold at the right angle, it's a little different than the old ones. Sorry, GoPro only focuses so well there. But it's a little different in that the old ones, these used to pop off really easy. And now, you just have to line it up. And let's see if we can get it to line up. You know, I just got it out, so haven't actually had a chance to play with it yet. But these are bayonet style, which means they go on, and once they're on, they click. There we go. And they don't fall off. See, I can jerk on it pretty hard, and they're not going anywhere. And that's what's different for this one versus the old style. The old style, you go like that, and they just pop off. These ones, you have to twist them, and then they pop off. Otherwise, you line it up, twist, and then it stays. And the nice thing is it comes with three. Obviously, you only have two, so you have one spare. But that covers that microphone, so you can use this out in the wind. They call that, it's a windscreen, but you also hear it called a dead cat, because in the old days, when it was a big one on a blimp, you'd lay it down, and it would look like a dead cat. Thus the name stuck. But that shows you right there, that's what the Wireless Go II looks like. We're going to go ahead and cut back so you can kind of see it on me. So the reason why they add that extra mic port on there is if I clipped that on here, this might be a little big. Obviously, it'll sit a little bit better than that, or even better. If I clipped it here, that's not too bad size-wise, but you might want something a little bit more discreet. And that's what brings us to our other ones. So we're going to go ahead and cut back here. I don't know if you guys are really wanting to see these, what they look like. It's literally a cable that looks just like this, but with a lightning on the other end. And then the other cable, the C16, is just a USB-C to USB-C that goes this on both sides. And the one side is a straight edge one, so maybe we should pop that out just to show, maybe. Or maybe not. I swear they use the most industrial glue on here. Like, just in case you want to make sure you can never return it as a safety feature. There we go. Sheesh. Thanks, Rode. But you can see on there a nice little, angled one. So then that way when you pop it on here, it just pops out to the side. Really nice for when it goes in there. Nice little weight. That's most likely for the magnetic field on there. But you can pop it in either direction. That's pretty nice. It goes in pretty secure, actually. You might as well open up this one, too. I mean, we're here. Why not? So we'll pop that out and put that garbage to the side, too. No instructions needed, because it quite literally says, hey, this receiver, go in here, and then plug this end into your iPhone. If you pop that on there, it would go straight in. And now I could use that on my iPhone. So there's that one. So let's look at this case. So this didn't come from Rode. This is a different accessory, but I really liked it, compared to the cost. The normal Rode ones cost quite a bit more. And I got this little kit here for 23 bucks. And if you guys are interested, we can post the link to it. This one I did check out a little bit earlier. I'm going to move this out of the way because it's just garbage. And that. But it's a nice little kit in that if we look at it, it comes with two of these, two lavaliers. You know, so a super long cable. So when you want to go to one of these transmitters, you could just plug right in here, as so, and then off you go. And this can just clip to a lapel and be quite a bit smaller. Oh, there we go. That one's a little tight. There we go. And you can kind of see this one's bigger than normal because it has this really nice little gold filter on there. So let's go ahead and cut back. Just kind of show you the difference. Obviously that's this size. And then this one's a little bit smaller. So if we clip it, it's a little bit more discreet, you know, which is why I got that one. Just get a little bit away from time to time when I want to do interviews. But it comes with that. Again, we just pop that in here. It's good to go, all ready to go. But also in this kit, what's really nice is it comes with two of these extension cables. So if I didn't want to use this with the Go or with the Wireless Go, I can plug this directly into a soundboard by putting this on here. You know, plug this in and then take this all the way into the soundboard. Even better for some stuff, it came with an extra Y cable, so if I want to bring both of those together. Second one of these, foam bits and an extra set of clips in here, plus a converter from a TRRS, with the one with the 3 bands right here, to a TRS, the one with 2 bands. And then it came with its own single dead cat that just sits over the top of it. Pretty nice little kit here. I mean, all this together for 23 bucks, it's kind of a no-brainer and looks to be pretty good quality. We'll be testing that out over the next, well, actually in the next few days, and seeing how that goes, because we want to hear that sound quality and see what the difference is between the onboard mic versus using a lavalier. And again, this is that Y cable. Why? Because we like you. M-O-U-S-E. Oh, now I can't be monetized. Oh well. So we'll put that back together. And then all we did was get this second one only because to test out and make sure. I always want to hedge my bets and can always return one if need be. This one doesn't come with quite as nice of a case. It's by Pop Voice. Very simple. You know, comes with a few extra. Still has that converter in there. A couple colors to match up to shirts. Same type of thing. The cable's not quite as long, you can tell, compared to the other. But you can also tell these are considerably different in size, and that this one has a cover on it, and it's that big. So if I were to pop back over to here, you can see on a shirt, this one's considerably smaller than this one. It's still pretty discreet, but it is a little bit smaller. So when we're talking size here, you got to think this one can essentially almost fit within the condenser spot of that one. They're both omnidirectional. This one has more, you know, open sides to it. So this will pick up more around and out, where this will pick up more ups, which is the other reason why I want to test. They're by the same company. Obviously, you can pull this part off on both of them, this clip, and you could tape it instead. That's another option you can always do with lavaliers. But, you know, this is still a nice kit. This one's only $10. So it's still a cardioid in that it's made more for the vocal pattern there. They're both condenser mics. Most of these types are, because that's how, you know, best made. But like I said, this goes in there. And this just shows you that cable, so in case you want to connect it, that adapter to a PC, or the other one could be for phones and other. They both come with, like I said, really nice instructions, how to get up, how to open your camera, and make everything work from a computer point of view, because you can use this directly into a computer as you can with this one. Again, I got them to go with the RØDE Wireless Go system, which I'm still thinking this is going to be amazing. What you got to understand is these puppies are just kind of the gold standard. I was looking at the Ceramic Blinks and the Ceramic Blink Pros because they could always pair up to two transmitters to one receiver too. And people used to, with the old series, have to get two sets of these. So you had this little splitter on your camera having two, and then two receivers and then two transmitters. So you had 4 of those units, and now you can do that with just these two. There's extra software settings, which we're going to be covering again more this weekend and early next week. We're really just going to break it all down. Now, there's stuff I want to test and find out, since this one can work at 650 feet now, which is basically a little over double what it used to, using a new wireless technology in it. Has new software settings. They're even coming out with an iPad app so that you can control those software settings instead of through the computer. Already downloaded that for the computer side. Obviously, it doesn't exist for the iPad or Android yet. But the fact you can hook this up, if you do stuff like Clubhouse, you can get better audio. These things also allow recording inside, but that's all stuff we're going to talk about later. This is purely for the unboxing and letting you see what you get in the box, what I added extra. Again, if you want those links, I will put a link to everything I showed you that I got from Amazon for the mics, and a link to B&H where I got the Wireless GoPros 2s, or GoPros, Wireless Rode Goes 2 from B&H. That's a tongue twister. I'll put all that in the description after this goes up there. We do have a geek out that we're doing right after this. So literally in 8 minutes, we're going to be right back online answering your geek questions. I'll have these out, but we'll be doing a little bit more with these over the next few days. Tomorrow's supposed to be beautiful, so I plan to be outside recording all sorts of cool stuff. So I hope you had a great time. I had a great time. You know, if you like all these tips and all these tricks, remember you can come find us on YouTube using that link down there or that QR code. You can also find us pretty much everywhere using the @Glitch2600 logo there, so you can find us on Facebook. Of course, if you go to YouTube, hit that like and subscribe so that you can be notified when we go live. But having said that, hopefully you come back for the Geek Out, where again you can ask those questions and get them answered live on the air, and that's what we do. And then happy hour afterwards because it's the end of the month. But I'm Glitch, and I'll catch you later.